When I first started writing, it was acting as a diary, and it was just a way to document my life and the things I was going through, and kind of relieving tension or relieving the stress of a situation or whatever, or just a way to help me get over something by just telling a story. But as the years have gone by, it's serving a different purpose. As the eldest of 4 children, I've become used to taking this role of being like responsible and almost like a protector, because I felt like growing up I didn't have anyone like as in an older sister or brother to kind of go to for help. So when you're younger, you don't really go to your parents as much because you think they don't understand. So there were a lot of things that I went through, and it was kind of tough not having anyone to kind of go to. So I always wanted to be that person for my siblings, because I've developed that as part of my personality. That's how I relate to everyone, and I use my music in that way. I hate to watch people make mistakes or watch people get hurt. I find it really difficult to just stand by and let things happen. So I always feel responsible in a way and feel like I need to at least warn this person or advise this person. And obviously you learn that not everyone wants to hear it, but I've started using my music as a way to kind of get through to other people, not like I know all the answers, but just in a way that if I can help people, especially young people, to avoid the pain and frustration of life, some things are unavoidable, but there are other mistakes that I for one didn't make when I was younger, because I saw my friends go through it and I was like, okay, I'm not gonna take that route. And I just think it's really important for people to have role models, for young people to have someone to kind of give them a bit of guidance, because we don't really have that. As time's gone by, I've definitely developed as a writer. When I first started, I was so insecure about my writing. I didn't really feel like I had the gift of writing. I lacked the confidence in my writing, I think. And now it's like I feel like all songs exist already, and we just like musicians just get to hear them, and like some people's ears are open to catch these songs. And I get my songs from dreams, or I'll just hear them. Like one time with my song Armbands and Floats, I remember literally sitting there fighting back tears, like thinking in my head, I was like having a war in my mind, saying like, okay, I'm not gonna cry, I'm not gonna cry, I'm not gonna cry, and just staring, like trying to fight these tears. And then I managed to resist them, and as soon as I did that, I remember sitting in the dining room and looking outside the window, and it was pitch black outside, and I just heard this music, this guitar riff, and it was like an acoustic guitar playing, and I just knew that it was like being played to me almost. And then I just had a pen and paper in front of me, and I just started writing. Like literally the words just were flowing. Now I feel like, now that it's been removed from me and it's become something in itself, like I don't feel like I'm responsible for my songs, like, oh, I've done this. I feel like God's given them to me, and because of that I can sit back and listen to them, and they take on new meaning for me. And like when I'm upset or down or whatever, I'll listen back to these songs, because I'll listen to the words and it's like it's being sung to me, even though I'm the one singing it. It doesn't feel like it's me singing to myself. It feels like these are songs that are on their own, they exist on their own, and they're speaking to me, and hopefully they'll speak to others as well. These songs still document my life, but in a different way. They represent different stages of me, and me becoming more aware of who I am and becoming more comfortable with that. I mean, growing up, I've always throughout my life, I've always appeared way more confident than I am. And when I was younger, I was very insecure and just very down on myself. I really didn't like myself, and it took a while to kind of start to like who I am and to understand who I am. And I think anyone, when you're young, it takes a while to know who you are. As human beings, I think we constantly are changing and we're constantly growing, and we haven't seen the best of ourselves yet. We haven't seen who we really are, and I think it takes a lifetime and even longer to know who you really are. But it's definitely been a journey. It's definitely taken me a while, and I think the more I'm coming to terms with who I am, the better the music's getting, the more free I'm getting, the more free on stage I'm becoming. It's given me a bit more freedom to express myself.